Konnichiwa, Owendes. Welcome to the Koichikawa Botanical Garden. It is very difficult to imagine that there is a forest garden that is thriving at the middle of Metropolitan Tokyo. You can see this place is like an oasis at the middle of a stressful and very vibrant city. Koishikawa Botanical Garden is also one of Tokyo's best spots for hanami or watching cherry blossoms. Apart from cherry blossoms of different varieties, there are also different flowers that are mistakenly identified as cherry blossoms, just like the peach blossoms or the azalea. But these cherry blossoms blossoms in the winter. So as you can see, this garden has thousands of trees, both cherry blossoms and the peach blossoms, as well as camellia and magnolia. This is a wonderful place of Tokyo where you can experience the four seasons such as winter, spring, summer, and autumn. Koishikawa Botanical Garden is actually operated by the University of Tokyo Graduate School of Science located at Hakusan, Bunkyo, Tokyo. These are century-old trees of plum blossoms. It is actually mistakenly identified as cherry blossoms because they resemble many similarities. But for plant experts and enthusiasts, they could easily differentiate one from the other. This is a historical place where they maintain a Japanese garden throughout the centuries. The evergreen trees on the mountains, the rocks, the water from the ponds, and the flowers are being arranged using the different Japanese elements of equilibrium. Preservation of nature or living in equilibrium with nature. Koishikawa Botanical Garden belongs to Japan's most prestigious university, the Tokyo University. They preserve thousands collection of flora, both local and around the world, for research studies and recreational purposes. Everyone will agree that this is a place where you can breathe fresh air, that you can rejuvenate yourself out of the stressful work environment. This is a place where most people recharge during their weekends. A perfect for family and to develop or foster love for nature among children and adults as well. So hiking and taking the trail will also promote your good health. This place is not so crowded, so it is the most COVID-safe place in Tokyo, I guess. So it is worthy for your time and energy. I hope that they will continue preserving this space for public purposes. There is a massive development in Tokyo, but preserving this would mean preserving a sustainable environment for the children in the future. I do appreciate Japanese government for including green spaces in their development, in their urban development. Japan is very advanced when it comes to technology, but they don't neglect the green spaces for balance of nature. This park is very friendly for elders and children. There are maps around the vicinity, at the same time drinking water from the faucet, and also comfort rooms are available. Historically, in 1684, the Tokugawa shogunate established this garden to the site owned by Shogun Tokugawa Tsunayoshi for medical purposes using the herbs. You are currently doing hanami or the cherry blossom watching. This type of cherry blossom is an early winter cherry blossom that usually bear flowers earlier than the other variety. So this cherry blossom is actually has smaller petals and it is more compact compared to the usual sakura. In the year 1877, after the Meiji Restoration, the garden became a part of Tokyo Imperial University and was the birthplace of Japanese botanical research. We can consider the garden to be a storehouse of knowledge for having 1.4 million specimens and a library of 20,000 books and journals. 2012, as a means of preservation, it became the National Place of Scenic Beauty and National Historic Sites under the terms of the Cultural Assets Preservation Law of Japan. These winter lifeless cherry trees will be colorful during the spring season, and maple trees at its best during autumn season. More beauty of this park will be seen in the next episode.